From the wild, vast reaches of interplanetary space, those famous bite-sized cereals, Wheat Chex and Rice Chex bring you Space Patrol! Egyptian temple, he made every test to classify it with a known civilization. When he couldn't pin it down, he rocket expressed it to us here on Terra for further investigation. The United Planets Historical Society authorized the expedition.
It's going to be awfully exciting to find out how this managed to turn up in ancient Egypt 6,000 years ago. Exciting is only half of it, Carol. Through this, we may find the answer of how the pyramids were built.
Well, I got here as soon as I could. Where are we going, sir?
We're going to travel in time, Happy.
In time, sir?
Mm-hmm. To Egypt.
To Egypt?
We're all going to go back in the past, Happy. 6,000 years in the past to ancient Egypt in 2700 BC.
Okay. That sounds like a lot of fun. 2700 BC. 6,000 years.
Stand by for exciting action on Space Patrol in just one moment. Terra 5, official ship of Buzz Corey, Commander-in-Chief of the Space Patrol, has just blasted off from the Terra spaceport, launching its 4 passengers into one of the strangest experiences of their lives, a visit to the planet Earth. Destination, Egypt. Time, 2700 BC. Commander Corey just about to cut in the powerful star drive, which will accelerate them beyond the speed of light and into the past.
Carol, Tonga, stand by generators.
Stand by to cut rockets. Standing by. Cut rockets.
Cut in generators.
Generators in!
Hit star drive. Star drive in.
We've accelerated beyond the range of the spaceometer already.
Approaching the speed of light,
Happy. Minute. Look out, we're going to crash. Take it easy. We can't stop. We can't stop.
We already have.
Look out there.
You two stay here. Hap and I are going to scout around. If our landing was noticed, we have to be prepared for anything. Come on, Hap.
Oh, just think, Tonga. Ancient Egypt. 4 of us from the 30th century. And out there right now are people who lived nearly 6,000 years ago. If you find it hard to believe, how would you like to make an ancient Egyptian believe it? Yeah. Hey, maybe we're not the first visitors from another planet. Don't forget that piece of metal came from here. They must be back. Oh, good. The gypsy, the ray guns, they're back there. I don't want to shoot. The gun! The gun was yanked right out of my hand! Let go of me!
Professor Cartwright's map, sir?
His excavation chart. Let's see. He said he found a piece of metal under the temple of Ammon. That must be it.
Well, then all we have to do is get inside that temple and snoop around down in the basement or whatever they call it until we find a piece of metal to match this.
Right.
Yeah. And then when we get back to Terra, back in the 30th century, we can tell Professor Cartwright what we found, and he'll know just exactly where to excavate.
And what to look for.
Well, Commander, why don't we take whatever we find along with us back to Terra, and then Professor Cartwright wouldn't have to excavate at all.
Oh. No, we can't disturb a thing, Happy. If we even carried away a small object like a sword or a helmet, it may start a chain of reactions that would change the course of history.
Yeah, that's right. The things that are history to us haven't even happened yet. Or have they? Let's see, we're from the 30th century, and yet we're actually here, and the time is 2700 BC. Well, that makes us...
Hey, we don't hurry. Sun will be coming up soon.
What about Carol and Tonga, sir?
No time to go back for them now. We can't take a chance of getting caught. Daylight would give us away.
Right, sir.
Not through there.
Mm-hmm.
Around the corner.
Oh, right.
Group. They're supposed to have held the secret of mummifying.
That sounds like an interesting occupation.
Be careful now. Don't expect anyone around at this hour.
Maybe we better go back to the ship.
No. No, we've come this far. We'll see it through.
Where do we go from here?
Down.
Down?
در بار کدورت به دلم خیمه داره.
How do we get down to the lower level?
Through what Professor Cartwright called a phony nilometer.
A phony nilometer? I don't even know what a real nilometer looks like.
Sort of a well, Happy.
A well, sir?
Yeah, the water in it rises and falls along with the water in the River Nile. That way they can keep track of the height of the river.
Oh, and we're looking for a phony nilometer.
Without water.
Commander, we found it.
Give me that piece of metal.
Smoking rockets.
Fits perfectly. That this piece of metal came from the spaceship hull section.
A spaceship? Here? In ancient Egypt? 2700 BC?
Pat, come here.
Found something, sir?
Look at this.
Commander, the language. I recognize it.
It isn't Egyptian, it's Carnican. This is the ship's log.
A Carnican ship?
Yes, Abby, a ship from the ancient race of Mars. The lost civilization of Carnicans.
Well, Commander, you know Carnican. Can you translate it?
I think so. Let's see. These Carnicans landed here several hundred years ago. They're the ones who comprise the House of Chemists. Yeah, that's the power unit from their ship. They harnessed it to perform almost miraculous feats. That's given them control over the Egyptian people.
Yeah, the way it's rigged, it must be broadcasting the power.
This could be how giant blocks of stone are raised to build a pyramid.
I'm right here, Hap. Where are we, Commander? How did I get in here? Hap, I can't help you. My hands are tied. You've got to break out of that mummy cage. Mummy cage? Commander, is this what I think it is?
Yes, we're sealed in.
Smoking rockets buried alive.
Tiny.
Hurry, Hap. You've got to get out of here before that plaster dries. I'm trying. My wrists. Wow. Commander! Hey! Look! Carol! What are you doing here? I thought we left her back in the ship.
Carol, you all right?
I think so, Bob.
Hey! Rhonda! How'd you get in here?
Commander, it happened in the ship. Right after you left, 2 Egyptians came aboard, Buzz. We tried to use our ray guns, but they were jerked out of our hands. By an unseen force.
Unseen force, Commander. The broadcast power unit.
Broadcast power unit. I don't understand.
We have a more serious problem now. Now, give me a hand with this. We've got to try to batter our way out. Right.
Well, we're checked out, ready to blast off. I wish they'd hurry. Maybe we shouldn't have left, Tonga. We might have been able to help them. Let's go back. Maybe they're in trouble. Oh, Buzz, you made it. We were beginning to worry.
You were beginning to worry. I think you're supposed to think we weren't.
Stand by, blast-off stations. We're going to leave ancient Egypt to history.
You talked me into it, Commander. Fire rockets, we're ready. I'm ready, sir. Guess that about takes care of that, Commander.
Yeah, she's all checked up.
Well, it sure is good to be back on Terra. And in the 30th century, where we belong.
You don't feel that way alone. Carl and Tonga took off as soon as we landed.
Anyway, I guess we got the answers for Professor Cartwright.
Well, we certainly have.
Well, back so soon? I thought you'd given up time travel for a
Don't
while.
worry, we have. We thought the commander would want to see this right away.
Oh?
And Professor Cartwright, he kept up with his excavating while we were gone. Dug this up.
You mean Professor Cartwright was digging at the Temple Ammon at the same time we were there?
That's right, Happy.
Gee, it's kind of funny. We didn't see him.
Pat! Where's your ray gun?
I lost it, Commander. It got knocked out of my hand during the fight and got broken.
You like this?
Well, yes, sir, that's it. But, Commander, this gun is real old.
6,000 years old, Happy.
That's what Professor Cartwright dug up in the 30th century.
But I just now left it there.
Mm-hmm. In 2700 B.C.
Well, now, wait a minute. This is my gun, and I just left it in ancient Egypt in 2700 B.C., and it was found in the 30th century. It's practically a new gun, and yet it's 6,000 years old. Well, it's my gun, and yet... Well, what are you grinning about? I suppose you can figure it out.
Stand by for a preview of next week's exciting action immediately following this important message for all you space patrollers.
Go ahead, Happy.
Well, maybe Major Robertson and I are space happy, but as sure as I'm talking to you, we're looking at a pirate ship.
A pirate ship?
Yes, sir. A sailing vessel. And what's more, there are two men walking on the deck without spacesuits.
For the outcome of the strange situation in which Happy finds himself, be sure to see The Mystery of the Flying Pirate Ship next week on Space Patrol. Even now, along the space lanes, events are taking place that will mean more thrills and some exciting action for Buzz Corey and Cadet Happy. So be sure to be with us next week and every week for thrills and excitement with Space Patrol. Space Patrol is brought to you by those bite-sized cereals in the red and white checkerboard packages. Rice Chex and Wheat Chex.